Welcome back everyone, my name is Lee from Lever's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to cook the perfect steak with garlic butter. So I was at the supermarket today and I saw this gorgeous ribeye steak in our supermarket, and usually you can't find boneless ribeye steak in the supermarkets like this. It looks amazing. It was $16, it was a bit of a splurge, but you know, sometimes you gotta treat yourself every now and then. So we're gonna have steak tonight. I'm gonna show you how I cook it and how to get it perfect every single time. So my tips for cooking a really good steak, the most important thing is the cut of meat. So for me, I prefer doing a Scotch fillet or ribeye, porterhouse, or you could also do even rump. They're probably my all preferred steaks to cook on the barbecue, but I mainly just do the Scotch fillet and ribeyes. Also, just make sure it's, you know, thickish cut. So this is cut at least an inch thick, which is amazing. The ones in the supermarkets are pretty thinly cut, which just makes them cook like straight away. To make sure you get the perfect steak every single time, rather than touching, you know, part of your face, your forehead, your chin, or part of your hand to find, remember how to test your meat and everything, a probe. Digital thermometer works amazingly. Now, I don't have all these temperatures memorized, so I am going to read them out to you, chuck them up on the side there, just so you know for next time. And with these times, we need to keep in mind, we've got our resting time as well, and the steak will actually keep on cooking during that time as well. So even though it won't be at the optimal temperature straight away, it will come up to that while it's resting. So for a rare steak, which is basically milling, you want to cook it to 40 degrees, which is 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium rare is 46 degrees or 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium is 52 degrees, which is 125 degrees Fahrenheit. As I've gotten older, I actually prefer a medium cooked steak rather than medium rare. For a medium well done is 57 degrees, which is 135 degrees Fahrenheit. And well done is 63 degrees and 145 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you're gonna let it rest for half the time that you cooked it, and that should bring it up to the temperatures for a done steak. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the barbecue started. Now you can absolutely cook this in a frying pan. I just love the taste of the fat and everything getting rendered down by the flames of the actual fire, and it makes such a difference. So I'm gonna be cooking mine at the barbecue. So I've got my barbecue heating on high, and we're gonna get it heating as hot as possible. And now we're going to season our steak. So with your steak, take it out about 20 minutes before you go to cook it. You don't need to take it out, you know, long or anything like that. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I like putting mine onto just a plate because I can chuck it straight in the dishwasher. Then I've got some olive oil here. I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on top, and then we're going to liberally put salt and pepper. This is pretty thick, so you're going to want quite a bit. Then I'm also going to put some pepper. Not everyone is a fan of putting pepper on before the cook. I quite like it. Make sure we just rub all that in. And then once the barbecue has preheated, we're ready to cook. So to go for my steak tonight, I'm just doing some steamed veggies and some grilled asparagus. Pretty plain Jane, but that's how most of my cooking on other nights is. So I've just got a chopped carrot here, so put that in the steamer. And then I've also got some broccolini that I've cut the ends off. I'll put that into the steamer as well. pull it on and have it on the stove ready to go. I've also trimmed off the edge of this asparagus. Now, asparagus here in Australia isn't in season at the moment, so this is actually imported. But I actually really enjoy eating asparagus at this time of the year, especially when it's cold. So we're going to have this with our steak tonight. With the asparagus, all I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little bit of olive oil into them. And then some salt. And we're going to grill these on the outer side of the barbecue while we're doing our steak. So I've made sure my barbecue is piping hot, and I've just put the steak right in the middle there in the hottest spot. I've also got some asparagus, so I'll put that on the outside where the burners are a little less cool, a little bit less warmer. And then you just want to keep an eye on it. So depending on the thickness of your steak, it's going to take different times and everything. I think altogether this will take probably 8 to 10 minutes depending. So once you've grilled for about 2 minutes, turn it around, grill it for another 2 minutes, then turn it over, and then on your last turn, start probing it and just put the probe in a few spots and just start checking that temperature. Once it reaches that resting temperature that you want, take it off, put it on a plate, and just put it aside for half the amount of cooking time. So this takes about 10 minutes, so I would rest it for at least 5 minutes for any steak. While the steak is cooking, I thought we'd make some garlic butter. I absolutely love garlic butter on my steak, so that's what we're going to make to help with that, and it's so easy to make. So for this, you're going to need some butter, some garlic, and some salt and pepper. You can add other things you want. I don't have any fresh herbs at the moment, or else I'll put that in as well, but that would be more than fine for me. So firstly, I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter that I've just left out for a little while. Just going to break this up a little bit, make it a bit easier to mash up. Then I've got 1 large clove of garlic. And what I like to do is just peel off the skin and then just use a microplane and actually just grate it straight in rather than actually chopping it up. Just make sure it stays nice and consistent. Then I add some pepper. Add some salt. This is unsalted butter. Then I'm just going to grab a fork. If you're doing a bigger amount, you can do this in a blender as well. All we're doing is incorporating all that salt, pepper, and garlic into the butter. And that's probably about it. Put this into a ramekin for serving. There we go. Let's put that aside and let's check on the steak. So now I've got our steak inside now. We're gonna let it rest for half the time that it was cooking. So it was cooking for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna rest it for about 5 minutes and then we're gonna cut into it and see how I went. So with my steamed veggies, to juice them up a little bit, I'll grab some of that delicious garlic butter and I just put that on top. Put the lid back on for a couple of minutes. Let that just seep in. Put a bit of salt and pepper. Amazing. This is rating 49 degrees, which is going to make a perfect medium rare steak, which I'm completely fine with. So let's cut into it. All right, let's cut into this. Let's see how we went. Ooh. And there we go. Beautifully cooked steak. That looks so bloody good. I'm excited. So let's try this amazing steak out. So firstly, I'm going to heat up this garlic butter and get that melted all over it, and then I'm going to try it out. So first of all, I'm just going to try it without the garlic butter. That has to be the best ribeye steak I have ever cooked. Let's get this garlic butter on. Even at a medium, that is cooked just beautifully. So tender, and the garlic butter just makes it even better. Oh my God. So worth the $16. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a good old like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.